Hi, my name is Jamie. Come spend the day with me as a medical ICU nurse working at St. Joe's. On my way to work, I usually play some music to wake me up, and today I decided to listen to some Fleetwood Mac. It was the weekend, so I got to park in the garage, which is always a treat. Coincidentally, I parked next to my friend Alyssa, so I walked and talked to the unit as I was chugging my coffee. After clocking in and checking my assignment, I got a report from my lovely friend and night shift nurse, Alyssa, who had both of my patients last night. After saying goodbye to the night shift nurses, I put my hair up in a bun and get to work. I introduce myself to my patients, and if they're okay, I start reviewing their charts, which includes going over their meds, orders, labs, and anything that might need clarification from the doctors. Once I'm done, I go back into my patient's room and do a head-to-toe assessment, which we do every 4 hours. By this time, the residents are also assessing the patients, and they usually come around and ask us to update them and bring up any urgent concerns about the patient. My sweet coworker was cleaning my spot for me. Unfortunately, my pen ran out of ink, so I had to toss it. Then I went to the med room to pull my medications for my patients. I start giving my medications to my patients, and by this time, the ICU team starts rounding, which means that the residents, the fellow, and the supervising doctor, aka the attending, goes to each patient and review everything and anything about the patient. Once I review everything, we can create a game plan for the patient. My role as an ICU nurse is to execute that plan, which could mean that I escort my patient down to a scan for further testing, give patients more fluids, and or draw more labs. My coworker was getting an admission, so I helped set up the room. After helping set up the room, I go to my patients again and made sure that I address any other concerns and needs. After I'm done, I start catching up on my charting. In the ICU, we chart a lot of things, such as hourly intake and output, to even charting a stroke patient's neurology exam every 15 minutes. Before I knew it, it was past 2 p.m., so I decided to go to lunch while my coworkers watched my patients. After lunch, I checked up on my patients and notified the residents of blood work that came back from the lab. In the ICU, family plays a huge role in the patient's care and plan, because when the patients are so sick that they are unable to make decisions for themselves, it becomes the family's responsibility, which can be overwhelming. As ICU nurses, we help the family navigate what could be a really difficult time for them and their loved ones. They might need us to re-explain things, or even just getting a box of tissues for them. Once I was done updating family, I went around to give my patients a bed bath. After I was done cleaning, the night shift nurses were coming in, which means it's time to give report. I then finished charting on my patients, packed up, clocked out, and headed out with my coworkers. The beauty of being a nurse is that every day is different. I'm insanely blessed and grateful to work as an ICU nurse in St. Joe's, and the support we receive gives the opportunity to provide compassionate and safe care to my patients with my coworkers and my colleagues, who I all love and admire so much.